Hello, welcome to day 3 of our yoga practice. Today we're going to work on some gentle restorative poses, really opening our hips and our shoulders. So I want us to begin with our legs up the wall. So the best way to do that is to come in close to the wall, and I have a block as well in case I need it, and then snuggle right in and then swing your legs up. And then just snuggle in nice and close so that your pelvis is right next to the wall. We're in close, back is relaxed down. And then let's just do our checking in process right here. So just arms back overhead and just relaxing and feeling how you feel in this moment. How you're feeling physically, emotionally, and mentally. And then just bring your arms down and just bend your knees down. Take your knees apart, the soles of your feet together, and just feel that movement in your hips. What's happening? Can we rotate those hips out, and can we draw them in, and can we rotate them out? Just nice and easy. Just feeling that little movement in the hip sockets right here. So my whole body is staying still as I just do that little rotation. And then just comfortable, so just wherever you're comfortable. And then just in this position, let's do a few nice deep yoga breaths. So just bringing your hands around your middle, again, not our waist, not up by our armpit, but just in the middle region. And just begin with an exhalation and just arrive right here. And then inhale, breathe into your hands. Widen, open, spread, hold it. And we're going to exhale with an O sound, long O. Coming right into the middle. Widen, 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 pause, pause, again, O. One more time. Widen, 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 widen even a little bit more. Pause, widen a little bit more. Long O. Listen to your sound. Breath. Breathing in, widening, opening. Relax your arms out. Relax your body here. Slowly draw your knees back together. Take your legs up the wall. Soften, pull each shoulder blade down your back. And just a little flexion and extension through your ankles, keeping your knees straight, but just going back and forth through the ankles, just nice and easy. And then just end with a little heel press, just nice and easy, and then relax your calf muscles and just sink back. And then just keeping the focus here is on the hip joint, keeping the pelvis still, so not letting it lift, just gently bend that right knee down. Just bend it down, nice and easy, hands behind your knee, neck is long. Just exhale, lift your foot a little bit up off the wall. Inhale, just pause here, just breathe in, and then as you exhale, draw the foot forward. Inhale, drop the foot back. That allows me to check out my pelvis. I was lifting it a tiny bit. I want it to stay flat as I draw my leg forward. Again, bend a little bit, this time a little different. I'm going to use a little contraction and release. Just inhale, and then as you exhale, try to straighten your leg out. Press your leg into your hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let that elastic band go and just straighten the leg up. Again, inhale, bend it down, pelvis is flat, knee comes towards the chest, and then exhale, push into your hands, resist with your hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let it go and let the leg straighten up. Just pause here, just breathing. You'll feel maybe a little vibration coming through the leg. It's like the guitar string, just that perfect amount of tension. It just sings, and we just let it flow through us, that energy just flowing through. And then bend the knee down. Let your knee rotate out to the right. Can we draw it out? And then pull it back in a little bit. And then rotate it out again. And in again. Just a little rotation. It's in my hip socket. Back and forth. And then reach down and even pull that foot over your knee. Or it might just be over your shin bone. Doesn't matter. Wherever it is perfect. Just there. And then again, focusing right into the hip joint. Draw the knee up and draw the knee back. Just again, just nice and easy. Pelvis staying still. Just that movement through the hips. And then with it nice and wide, pelvis staying still. Maybe, if you've got the foot above the knee only, maybe bend that left knee a little bit without letting your hips lift. Bend it a tiny bit more, just coming into that keyhole position. Maybe a tiny bit more. Pause, pelvis is flat. Lift your arms up and bring your arms back overhead. Just inhale, reach a little bit through both arms, and exhale, relax, and maybe reach again a little bit and relax. Hook your left thumb into your right thumb, flatten your pelvis, and then just a little side bend to the left. Just breathe in and exhaling, just maybe side bend a little bit further. Just one more breath. And then come back to center. Bring your arms up and back down by your side and just relax for a second. Maybe you can bend your knee a tiny bit further. And then just stay there. And then slide your left foot up, slide your right foot up, little flexion and extension, again through the ankles. Good, and then just pause there. And then let's go to the other side. Just bend your left knee down, hands behind the knee. Exhale, just let it slide down maybe a little bit more. Inhale, lift the foot a little bit up off the wall. And then exhale, draw the foot a little bit forward. Again, drop the foot. That allows you to notice if you've shifted your pelvis. Keep the pelvis still and draw the foot up again. And then bend the knee. Now we're going to go into the contraction and release. Inhale, knee towards your chest. And then exhale, try to straighten your leg up, but resist with your hands. Resist, resist, resist. And then let that elastic band go. Let it straighten up. Again, inhale, bend the knee down, just bend it down. Press into your hands. Exhale, try to straighten the leg, try to straighten it, try, hold for 3, 2, 1, and then let that elastic band go. Let the leg straighten, just breathing in, pelvis is staying flat, and we're just drawing that leg a little bit forward. Getting that energy really flowing through our legs. And then gently bend the foot back towards the wall. Take your knee out to the side, elbows to the floor. Just slowly rotate the knee in and rotate the knee out. Just nice and easy. Again, the movement is right in the hip joint. It doesn't have to be a big movement. And then if it's comfortable for you, bring your foot over your shin bone or over your thigh bone. Knee rotated out, pelvis staying still. Again, movement in the hip joint. Just rotate in and out that little bit. In and out, in and out. And then back to center. Pelvis is balanced, knee is wide. Keeping your hips down, really focus. Watch, I'm not going to lift the hip. Just slowly, slowly, slowly. And if in your tightness you did lift the hips, see if you can drop it back down. And maybe it's going to mean straightening the leg back up a little bit. That's okay. Just do whatever you need to do. We want the pelvis flat. And then just come to your very best place with it. Lift your hands up again. Lower your arms back overhead. Just breathe in and just stretch a little bit and release. And then hook your right thumb over your left. And then just a gentle side bend to the left and then to the right. We really want to go to the right, just breathing in and just reaching over gently. And then back to center, arms back up and back down. Maybe bend your knee a little bit further and just stay there. Breathe into the sensation. And then slide your right foot up, slide your left foot up, and again, just a little flexion and extension. Just back and forth, nice and easy. And then just end with a little heel press again, and relax. And then bend your knees down. Turn over onto one side, lift up, move away from the wall, just the length of your lower legs. And then lying back down, turn back up and bring your knees right over your hips. So we're nice and relaxed. Again, middle's in the middle, everything is relaxed. Pausing here. And then again, moving in these hip joints, slowly walk your feet apart. Just heel toe them nice and wide. Walk them down a little bit. Turn them out maybe a little bit more. Notice if you arched your back, really sink the back down. And pause here just for a moment, just feeling how that feels for you. And then just reach your hands between your legs. Turn your palms up. And just reach like we want to offer something out to the wall. Lengthen your neck. Think of a little angel just taking your hair right at your forehead. And we're going to just slowly exhale, little core engagement. We can sometimes think of that as zipping up a slightly tight pair of pants. And then inhale from your top of your forehead, lift, reach towards the wall a little bit. And then exhale, lower back down. Again, inhale, lift and reach a little bit, and then lower back down. Take your arms under your legs, lift and reach and hold and lengthen back down. Just one more time. Lift, lengthen, hold, and then lower back down. Lift your hands up. Slowly lower your hands back overhead. And then just relaxing, take your elbows in line with your shoulders. So just straight out from your shoulders, our goddess position. Just breathing in and being here. And then make a fist and do a little wrist curl and just tense your muscles for just a moment. Hold, 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 and then exhale, release, and open your hands. Again, a little wrist curl, a little fist, a little tension, 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 and then release the tension and let your whole body be here in this openness, feeling the sensations, feeling your breath. And then lift your hands up, bring your hands down to your legs. Slowly walk your legs back together, just drawing them in, nice and easy. And then if you can, if it's comfortable for you, cross your right knee over your left, like we're sitting on a chair, cross-legged. And then hands to your knees. Maybe you can just reach your right knee, but if you can, reach for both knees and just draw both knees a little bit towards your chest. Inhale, take your feet back a little bit, hands up to the ceiling, and then exhale, knees in and arms back. Inhale, knees away from you, arms up, and exhale again. Draw both knees in and reach the arms back. One more time, lift up, knees away, and exhale, knees in, arms back. Lift up, reach for your knees, draw them in a little bit. Slide your hands down both legs if you can to hold your feet or your ankles or your shin bones. Wherever you can reach is perfect. Take your knees a little bit away from you. Widen the feet a little bit. Inhale, and as you exhale, without moving your pelvis, draw your knees towards your chest. Inhale, knees away from you. And again, exhale, can we draw those knees in a little bit? Again, knees away from you, away from your chest. And exhale, pull in. Just hold them here. Maybe widen your feet a little bit. Hold, and then release. Uncross your legs, feet back to the wall for a moment. Pause, feel how that feels for you. And then cross your left leg over your right. Nice and easy, legs together. And then slowly lift your knees towards your chest. Again, keeping the pelvis still, just draw them in. Inhale, knees away from you, hands up. And then exhale, arms back, knees towards your chest. Inhale, arms up, knees away. And exhale, draw in, nice and easy. Inhale, up, knees away. Exhale, pull in, pelvis staying still. Inhale, up again. And exhale one more time, just for good measure. Reach back. Lift up, knees away from you, hands to your knees. Slide your hands down your legs if you can. Don't worry if you can't, doesn't matter. Just do the best you can. Widen your feet. Drop the pelvis down, knees away from you. Inhale, and as you exhale, can you just draw the knees in a little bit? Inhale, knees away from you. And exhale, knees towards your chest. Inhale, knees away from you. And exhale, knees towards your chest. And then just knees away from you. Let go of your legs. Unwind. Bring your feet back to the wall. Pause for a moment. And then bring your feet down to the floor, all the way down. And then just for a moment, in the hip joint, let your knees go wide. Again, just into Supta Baddha Konasana, hands up, arms back, again without touching the floor. Just breathe in and exhale, just reach a little bit through both your arms. Lift your hands up, slowly draw your knees back together, turn over onto one side, lift yourself up, and then come down onto your tummy. Can you come right down onto your tummy? Bring your hands under your forehead and just relax. Exhale, just think of drawing your navel up and back towards your spine a little bit. That's our Uddiyana Bandha. And then think of even drawing the pelvic floor up a little bit. That's our Mula Bandha. And then just draw your chin down a little bit. That's our Jalandhara Bandha. It's gentle, always gentle. And then just here, gently bring your hands under your chest, elbows pulled in towards your ribs. Exhale, think of those three little seals that we create. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen, and exhale, lower back down. Again, inhale, lift, lengthen, maybe lift your hands, and exhale, lower back down. Just do that one more time. Just lift, lengthen, hold, and release. Come down, turn your head to one side, and just hands down by your side. Pause for a moment, feeling how you feel. Just here. Either palms down, or you might find it easier to turn your palms up. Slip your hands under your legs. Turn your head down, resting on your chin if you can. Nose or forehead will work as well, but if you can, even drawing the chin out a little bit. Keep your chin down on the floor. Exhale, think of those three little seals, and then inhale, lift your feet up a little bit, and exhale, can you lift up off your hands? Inhale down a little bit, and exhale again, lift. Inhale down a little bit, and exhale, lift, hold it for a breath, and then slowly lower back down. Turn your head to one side. Again, slip your hands out and pause and breathe and be. Gently bring your hands forward, lift up onto your elbows, palms facing one another. Press your pubic bone a little bit down into the floor and think, can I draw my chest forward? Can I get that lift up? And then what happens often when we bend the knees, we lift the pelvis. Keep your pelvis flat. Think of that little exhaling and drawing up of the navel and back. Inhale, breathe in and bend both knees, feet towards the ceiling, pubic bone press down, lift through the chest. Just breathe in, maybe even spread your toes a little bit, and exhale. Can we draw forward that tiny bit. Just breathing in, shoulder blades down my back, getting that lift up here. And then slowly ease yourself back down again. Pause and rest for a moment, feeling the energy. The pranavayu back bends are so delicious. They just feel so wonderful. They get the energy, especially that stuck energy that gets stuck in our body. They really get the energy moving. And you can do just what we did a moment ago, or if you want to take it one step further, reach your hands back again, and then bend your knees up. Now try not to take your knees wide, but try to keep the pubic bone down. Draw your heels towards your buttocks, and then reach back for both of your ankles or your feet. Sinking the pelvis down, just exhale, draw your elbows and shoulders back a little bit. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, lift up into Dhanurasana. Just breathe in, inhale, chest up, exhale, legs up. Inhale, chest, elbows back, shoulders back, and exhale, legs. Hold it, my head is in neutral, just breathing in and really getting that lift. And then we release the arrow, release the bow. We come down, we pause, and we let that energy go wherever it needs to go. Wherever it needs to go. Just let it flow through you, let it breathe you. Just be present to it. Wherever it needs to go, let it go there. Becoming very aware of whatever you feel. Very, very aware of anything that is moving, any sensation that you can feel in your body. And then slowly, hands under your chest, lift yourself up and come up onto your hands and knees. Outer edge of your hands, move your hands a little forward, and I think of spreading my mat. Can I really stretch it wide? Inhale, lengthen through the front of your body, from your pubic bone to your collarbone. And then exhale, draw the elbows in and down, and just stretch back a little bit. Inhale again, draw up. Lengthen, lengthen, and exhale, ease back. Again, try not to let the elbows widen or the hands narrow. Just stretch back. Do that one more time. A little lengthen, lengthen, and then exhale. Elbows down, pelvis back, stretch back. And pause here for a moment. And then draw yourself back up. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Fingertips down, but we're still pressing wide through the hand. I'm thinking of spreading the mat wide. Tuck your toes under, lift up, and then stretch back. Come right up onto your toes. Get that lift right up. And then really draw back with the pelvis and lengthen back. Head in neutral. Don't drop your head down. Don't lift it up. Just lift up onto your toes, getting that lift way, way up. And then exhale, shift the weight back. Shift it back. Let's do that one more time. Just lift up, and exhale, lengthen back. Just stay back for a breath, wherever back is for you, lengthening, breathing, being. And then bend your knees down, come down, and sit back on your heels. Just sit back on your heels, nice and comfortable, middle in the middle, sitting right firmly on your heels. Or if you can't sit on your heels, you can sit on a block, right? We can sit up a little higher. Whatever you need is perfect. And then just sitting, interlace your fingers. Think that they're crazy glued together. Turn your palms out and then lift your hands up. Palms just facing straight up to the ceiling. Just breathe in and exhale. Can we keep the middle in the middle as we reach our arms up? And then let go of your hands. Take them wide, reaching back. Fingertips back, just breathe in, and as you exhale, can we draw back that little bit more? Again, I'm not moving my torso, the torso stays still, and then hands down. Again, interlace your hands behind your back, and just like yesterday, just draw them back gently, and draw those shoulder blades down your back, like we're reaching a little bit for the floor behind us. And then release, come up, just sit down, sit back on your heels for a second, and then lift up. Again, come up, and again, let's just come one more time into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Just downward dog, lift up, and again, stretch back. This time, bend your knees towards the floor like a little mini plank. Lift through your pelvis, lift through your sitting bones, and stretch back. Let's do that 2 more times. Just come down a little bit, and then lift, lift, and weight back. Do that 1 more time. Bend, sink down, and then lift up and stretch back. Just stay back. Lengthening in both directions. And then bend your knees down. And then take your block. Take your block. Take your feet apart. Take your feet apart. And take the block between your feet. So this time not sitting on our heels, but rather our heels being out a little bit. Our heels are beside us, sitting down, breathing, releasing. Sometimes you might need to pull the calf muscles out a little bit and just sit on your block. If you don't need a block, you can sit on the floor and pause. And then inhale, lift your arms up again. This time not interlacing, but palms together. Just reach up, draw the elbows in a little bit, and then draw the hands back. Hands up to the ceiling again, and then again, elbows in, draw back. Just stay back, just press back a little bit with your head even, just drawing up. And then lift your hands up, bring them out to the side. Again, reach back behind you, interlace behind you, and lift your hands up again a little bit behind you, nice and easy. And then hands back down again. Just pause and just feel how that feels. And then slowly lift yourself back up. Come up onto your hands and knees again. And then arms just out in front. Just do a little stretch back, like our little puppy pose. And then lift back up again. This time it's a little bit different. Take your right leg back, lift it up, and swing it over to the left. And then take your left foot and swing it over to the right. Take your block and place it between your feet again, and then sit down on your block. Again, we want the hips to be balanced. So hips are level, right? Our hips are level. Pelvis is drawn in a little bit. We're stretching. We're opening those outer hips a little bit. And the movement is again purely in the hips. Just sitting up nice and tall. This is Gomukhasana. And then take your left arm, just slowly rotate it, and then rotate it back and reach across towards your right side. Bring it back out again, and again, reach back and across. One more time, out, and then reach back. And I can take my left hand back, my right hand back to hold my left hand and draw back and in, and then hand can go up my back. Do you see how it goes up the back a little bit? Middle stays in the middle. I'm not arching to reach up high. I want to stay nice and balanced. And then slowly lift that right hand up, lift up, reach up, and then reach the arm behind like we want to tap our shoulder. Lift up, reach back a little further, and then can we reach for our shoulder blade? And then lift up, wherever you come to is of course perfect. Reach back, and maybe reach for your fingertips, or maybe for your shirt, or if you've got a belt, you could use a belt. And middle in the middle, just breathing, pressing the head back just a tiny bit, and just be present. There's so much energy in Gomukhasana. It's one of those breakthrough positions that really gets the energy flowing through our whole body. Those two major joints, our shoulders and our hips, really create the space and the openness to get that energy really flowing through. And then slowly release your hands. Bring your arms down. Just reach for your toes or the feet or the floor in front of your feet. And then leading with your heart, just gently come forward and down. Lengthen and release down, maybe a little bit deeper. Wherever that is for you is perfect. And then slowly draw yourself back up, coming up, lift back up onto your knees. Take your legs, uncross your legs. You can leave the block though. Take your left leg back, cross it over to the right, draw back, lift your right foot up and bring it over to the left. Bring your knees back together again. And then shifting our hips a little bit to the left. Again, sit back on the block. Just sit back, and again, why do we use the block? We use the block to keep the hips balanced so that we're not leaning to one side. Nice and easy. You don't have to use a block if your pelvis can let you stay flat. Just sit flat on the floor. Middle in the middle. And now take your right arm and reach it back behind you. Bring it back forward again, and then again reach it up, reaching it up towards your shoulder blade, and back forward, and then reach it up. And maybe take your left hand to help you move that hand a little more towards the middle of your back. Middle stays in the middle. We're breathing, we're being, life is great. And then take your right hand up, just lift it up, and then reach across, like we want to touch our right shoulder. Lift up, reach back a little more, reach across, maybe we touch our shoulder blade. And then up and back a little further, and down, maybe grab a hold of your shirt or your hair, wherever you can reach, and then reaching, middle stays in the middle. Take that left elbow back a little bit further, just breathing in. We can even think a little bit of drawing the hands down our back a little bit, pulling that right hand down a little bit, can create a little bit more openness. And then press the head back to neutral, and just breathe in. And again, tap into the sensations in your body. I am being then slowly release your hands. Sit up for just a moment again, really aware. And then just tilt forward. Just tilt forward, neck relaxed, chest relaxed, coming down. Lift and lengthen a little more and release down. Slowly lift yourself back up, draw back up onto your knees, uncross your legs. Just sit back on your heels for a moment. And then take your hands back behind you. Draw your elbows back, your shoulders back. Press your knees towards the floor. Inhale. And then as you exhale, just lift up into a nice, gentle first stage Dhanurasana. Just breathing in, first stage camel pose. Just breathing in Uttasana, getting that lift up, opening, and then slowly release back down again. Maybe move a little bit forward on your mat. This time, lift up, take your feet wide, calf muscles out of the way. Sit down onto your block or onto the floor. Take your hands back again, and if you're on a block, maybe this is as far as you're gonna go. That might be just interesting enough for you right here. But if you can, again, lift up. Just lift up, maybe lift up off the block, and then exhale, lower yourself back down, either onto the block, coming down, coming down. Again, inhale, lift, open, reach up a little bit, and then bend your elbows, lower down, slide your hands towards your feet, hands to your feet, each one, pull those elbows in a little bit, and just breathe in, and then just flatten your tummy a little bit. Can we pull in, lengthening our lower back? We really want to drop that lower back down. And then inhale, maybe lift a little bit, and then lower down. Take your elbows wide. Now, maybe this isn't for you, but if it is, lengthen through your neck, and then take your head back. Again, we can lift a little bit into fish pose, breathing, being right here, softening through the middle, opening through the chest. Just breathe, just be. And then hands to your thighs, to your heels, lift yourself back up again, come up for a moment, draw your feet together, take your knees apart, pelvis back, just tilt forward into wide angle child's pose. Can we just lengthen and stretch out? And then slowly draw your hands back, lift yourself up, knees together, turn over, and then lie back down on your back. Just lie down, good, soften, arms out to the side. Shift your hips towards the left so that we come onto the right hip in the middle of our mat. Knees together, that means left foot off the floor. Bring both knees over. Shoulders, both shoulders staying down. And just breathe. Ask yourself, where can I twist from a little bit more? Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. And then draw your knees back up to center. Shift your hips back to center. Shift your hips to the right. Feet together, left foot, right foot coming off the floor. Take your knees over to the left. Head in center, just breathe and just be. Where can I twist from a little bit more? And then lift your knees back up to center, hips back to center. Bring your hands down by your side, palms up, pull your shoulder blades down, walk your feet a little bit towards your hands. Think of widening, stretching your mat wide, lift up into bridge again. Press down through your feet to really get that lift up. Chest stays soft. We lift and hold, bridging that energy from below to above. And then one vertebrae at a time, roll your spine down. Coming down, all the way down. Lengthen out through one leg, lengthen out through the other leg. Pull your right shoulder blade down, pull your left shoulder blade down, and turn your head gently to the right and to the left. And then back to center. And just feel for your breath. I am being breathed by my breath. Let your whole body just settle down into the floor. I am being breathed by my breath. My breath is breathing me. I am being breathed by my breath. My breath is breathing me. Just feel your body releasing into your mat, into the floor, into the earth. Snuggling down like Mother Earth is rising up to support us. Feel the sensations in your body. Feel the sensation at the very top of your head. What can you feel there? Feel the sensation in the center of your skull, just behind the brow center. What are you aware of there? Feel and sense your throat center. Your heart center. Your solar plexus. Your navel center. And your pelvic floor. What sensations can you feel there? Feel the energy down through your legs. Feel and sense the very soul